There are thousands of DOS games. Most of them are terrible. I play one selected at random with a 20-minute time limit and record it live. This is the result. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another random DOS game show. And boy, do I have a story for you. Well, you see, it turns out I've played this game already. I played this game not a few minutes ago. This is Screamer 2. And you're probably thinking, well, Lawnie, why did you play it just a few minutes ago? The answer is, I did a playthrough of the 3DFX accelerated version, and my capture software just said, no, I'll capture the audio, I'll capture you talking, but I'll not actually capture the lovely, smooth 3DFX, footage. So, will be Condor, will be Law, and I'll take you through this. You've got an options room. I'll set a timer first, because I know this is going to go over 20, because I've already done it. So, you have arcade, you have championship, you have time attack, and multiplayer, and you have your game settings over here. You can have auto or manual transmission, detail at high, number of laps you want to play, and stuff like that. Let's set it to rookie and have some fun. Okay. Let's just try the arcade mode to begin with. We'll go through all the modes. Let's play England. Let's just go for an automatic transmission, horizon, and we'll see what the high resolution of Screamer looks like. So, it's almost identical to the 3DFX version. It's just that the frame rate is a little lower and it's sharper. That's pretty much the difference. You're sacrificing frame rate, significant frame rate, I must say, and also there's less of that kind of smooth, early 3D accelerated game thing going on. Oh, he really knocked me out there. Wow. That was unfortunate. So I'm wondering whether this has rubber banding. Rubber banding is when, if you're too far behind or too far ahead of a pack, the computer will artificially inflate the, speeds or decrease the speeds in order to make the race more competitive. So this is the England track. We've got some sort of nice countryside area. You sort of feel like Jeremy Clarkson, back in the Top Gear days. I'm going to drive a really fancy car. Let's take it out somewhere rural and remote. And I appear to have lost the opposition. They're way ahead. So I guess rubber banding is not a thing. And one thing I like about Screamer 2 is there's a pile of random stuff in the background. There's great detail on the courses, whether it be random geese flying around or helicopters or what have you. And it's just trying to, emulate that kind of arcadey Sega Rally kind of style of cabinet, and it makes no bones about that. This is literally the mode where it's like, hey, let's be arcadey. Look, there go those ducks or geese or doves or whatever they were. I was going too fast to tell. But Lawnie, you're last. Doesn't matter, I'm still going fast. So yeah, I found out that this didn't record. I was like, uh-oh. I'm gonna have to do this all over again. But you know what? If it's a really bad game and you're hating it, that can be seen as a chore. But if it's a really good game like Screamer here, you don't begrudge it too much, It's like, yeah, okay, this works. And I'm wondering to myself, I'm second guessing myself now. I'm like, did you hit record again? Did you, And you can see I'm not catching the pack here. And every time I do catch the pack, they just seem to, just edge away, just get that little bit quicker. Look at that. I'm going flat out there, and they just... I suspect a bit of manipulation there. Oh! That was not a blow I wanted. Fortunately, I've turned damage off. So that's, to my advantage. But it also means that the AI can shunt me off the road if I get too impetuous with my driving. Oh, that corner was not good. kudos to the music. Excellent sort of techno-y soundtrack. Just what you want from this sort of game, you know. You don't want anything too highbrow. It's not trying to be, you know, anything that it's not. It's just a very simple arcade racer. And it's a shame about the slowdown. It's a shame that I can't show you the 3D accelerated version, because it was a much smoother affair than this, I have to say. And unfortunately, I'm just falling short of the pack here. Oh well. Try as I might, I just can't quite get there. Not in time anyway, I think I'm just short. Yeah, there we go. Just touching distance a second, but not quite. And third. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. So we can exit that, and we'll just escape that. And we'll go to Time Attack, I think, will be next. Now, I want to test something. Egypt. Wow. No, seriously, Egypt. I played this track twice in my previous playthrough, and it crashed both times. And I'm wondering if it has to do with this message, which says, please insert Screamer to disk. I don't bother. There's probably a command in the emulation somewhere, but I have noticed that there's no music. So I'm wondering if it's trying to read a file from a second disk for the Egypt map, and it's not getting there. As you can see, lovely helicopter there. Look at that. Beautiful. And it's quite early in the Egypt map that things start to go wrong. So we'll see if it does. If it doesn't, then I'll exit out and I'll show you championship and so on. But time trial is, it's pretty obvious. You know, you're up against the clock, and that's it. Some lovely detailed tracks here. Really, really enjoyable stuff. And, my cornering is still abysmal. I remember there was a Jeff Crammond game called Grand Prix. You'd set the invincibility on, and you just go flying around corners and smashing into people. I think there's even footage of me doing it earlier in the series. I think it was episode 100 or something. And yeah, it was just terrific fun. What a terrible place to have a marketplace. You know there's going to be a big race going on, but you're like, nah, I'll not move my shop. Oh! Not bad. And it doesn't appear to be crashing, but, well, the car is crashing, but the game is not. The problem with recording a thing a second time is you lose the spontaneity. You lose the excitement that you previously had. Oh, CD player. Yeah, that's what's happened. It's trying to play track 6. I like that CD player function. Look at that. Somebody's taken a bit of time and put a bit of effort into that. And I've accidentally quit the game. So, let's play it again. Right, we're back in. And I shall show you the next mode. So, obviously I'm not going to do multiplayer, but I can do championship. And championship, it's just like in any other racer. You've got a series of leagues, and the cup gets exceedingly more ostentatious. Look at that last one with the roses. It's like, yeah, we carved those roses for you, the ultimate driver. And in the selection, you'll see, there's 4 tracks. That's because there's an unlockable one that you have to complete the championship mode to unlock. We're going to claim Finland as our own. And it's on easy, so I'd be really bad if I failed at this, right? Yep. You know those game shows where you'd be like, you've won a new card, or you've won a washer-dryer combo. Well, in this case, I'm battling for Finland. Just the entirety of Finland. That's what I want. One of my patrons actually lives in Finland, so he has a vested interest in this. There, I doxed you. You happy? But you don't know which patron. But Lawnie, you have so few patrons that it's easy to... Shush. So yeah, we'll just go through England again. Didn't you already show us this, Lawnie? Yes, but this is on championship mode. And I should stress there are different camera views. Also, look at that slowdown there. As more cars entered the screen. You don't get that on the 3D accelerated version. But I can hit F1 to get a first-person view of me crashing horribly. F2 for a dashboard. F3 for a slightly out of the picture view. And F4 for the traditional third-person behind-the-car view, which most people will prefer for a game like this. And are my eyes deceiving me? Look at that little thing at the top there. I'm in first. That's right. On easy mode, Lawnie is capable. Uh-oh. I said I was capable. Straight into a wall. That's known as the Lawnie curse. Whenever I say I'm doing well, it all goes wrong. So yeah, serves me right for gloating and not learning my lesson, I guess. But at least I've got a pacer car now. So the goal here is just to keep pace with that and then overtake him at the last second on the third lap. Will I be able to do that? The answer is probably no. But it's a good plan nonetheless. Lawnie, how's it a good plan if it's not going to work? Quiet you. I'm in control here. Screamer needs to bow down before Lawnie. I've got this. And you can see on easy mode that this car in front is genuinely making mistakes. It's like, here, please overtake me. I insist. But the problem is, I'm also making plenty of mistakes. So it balances out. It's a gripping conclusion to see who will make the most mistakes. Will it be Lawnie or will it be the easy mode of the game? Right, I'm in first position. I've done my best lap ever. I've posted the best time. Now, I just need to go to an exciting finale here. Can I do it? Will I be able to hold my composure? Or will I start cornering wildly, failing to brake properly, riding off the track, and then maybe crash into a wall? We'll see. It could go either way at the minute. But yeah, because there's no other cars on the road, it's a little smoother, which helps. Come on. See, I'm G'ing myself up here. I'm like, come on, Lawnie, you can do this. Oh, and it was a terrible corner. And he snuck in, possibly due to rubber banding. I'm gonna have to overtake him again. Oh, I can't afford these collisions. Come on. Terrible corner again. Oh, he's passed me. He's taken advantage of that. Mercilessly, you know. He's like, oh, I don't mind if I corner you. Here, let you back in first position, you know. No, being merciful does not work in a game like this. And there's the finish line, but am I gonna get it? Oh, he's rammed me! He's rammed me into second! Ah, no! Agonizing, look at those times. 3:58.05, both of them. Ah! So close, yet so far. Okay, I'm gonna do Egypt now. And difficulty has gone up to medium for some reason. Possibly because it's a second track. It's asking for the second disc. I think it's gonna crash again. We'll see what happens. Okay, no music because I didn't insert the second disc. And that's the thing with games from this era. This sort of 95, 96 era. They were getting to the point where the sizes were larger, but the problem was the DVD format hadn't come out yet. Or if it had come out, it was in its very early stages and it wasn't commercially adapted yet over here in the UK. And that was a problem, because it meant that you had games from that sort of mid-90s era that spanned multiple discs and would prompt you and say, hey, please insert disc 4 of 17, you know. And it was a problem that the floppy disks also had during the transition to CD in the early 90s, you know, because they'd still have a bunch of computers without a CD-ROM drive, and they'd be like, well, we're going to make a floppy release of this anyway, and it'd come on like 4, 5, 6 discs, maybe more in the case of certain operating systems. Oh, I'm not doing well in this at all. Probably because I got distracted talking about file sizes. But yeah, it's a frustration, unfortunately. But hey, it is what it is. The problems of early optical media. Now, I am really, really poor at this. There's too much cornering on this map. How well I do on a map in any racing game is dependent upon how much cornering is required during the map. And in this case, it's a lot of cornering. Oh, well, he just made a fatal mistake there and took out his opponent as well. So I'm back up into second. That's beneficial. Unfortunately, even if I was to take the first spot, there would be that corner that would just, I'd run into a wall or something. Here we go. Gonna take first place, maybe. Oh, just about there. For a fleeting moment, I am now in first position. So, I'll savour that while I get the chance, because a corner's coming up here. Hey, not doing so bad. Even without the cool techno music to G me up, Yeah, it's a weird feeling, I'm so used to, recording for, 20 minutes tops. Just giving it my all. And then, it's either on to the next game or, oh, look at this. Completely got rubber banded there. There's definitely rubber banding involved. That's unfortunate. I don't like rubber banding. But yes, I have now been recording for, I think it's 38 minutes or so. Not entirely sure of the time, but yeah. It feels weird, it feels wrong, it feels off. So if some of my commentary feels wrong or weird or off, that's why. Also too much caffeine. Don't drink too much caffeine, folks, it's a bad idea. Well, apparently, that was my best lap, and I ended up in third position. From first. So, I think that sums it up quite nicely. There is severe rubber banding in this game, you can tell. And that's very disappointing, because otherwise this is a really good racer. Really entertaining. Maybe, oh, here we go. There we go, there's the physics glitch. And it's gone. It's gone. Wow, okay. So what is Screamer? Screamer is a fantastic rally game with a number of significant problems. The first is the game keeps crashing on the Egypt map. Something to do with the disc changing, I think. That's a me problem. The second is the 3DFX is also prone to crashing. But yeah, if you can manage to get around that, it's an excellent arcade game and I recommend it. Probably going to sneak into the top 25. And if you like me talking about random DOS games, I do it all the time. Feel free to look at the hundreds of other videos on the channel. And if you like what you see there as opposed to here, you can always subscribe. And if you were screaming at the screen the whole time saying, I can drive better than that, Lawnie, what are you doing? You're probably one of my incredible pedal to the metal patrons or members. Look at those great names. Wonderful folk. So yeah, like I said, a really fun rally game, worth playing, arcade style, but there were issues with my copy. So be wary of that. Until next time.